and I wanted to do a video about the August 21st solar eclipse that's going to happen soon. I've gathered some facts and some information about that and some other eclipses, and so excuse me if I pause the video from time to time to dig up the information. First of all, I'd like to start with Genesis 1:14, and it says there, "Then God said, let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years." So it shows that in the Bible that God made these luminaries in the sky for also signs and for seasons. So this solar eclipse that's happening on August the 21st, is that a sign from God showing something? Let's look back a bit into the past about solar eclipses and see what they have to say. Here's quite an interesting fact I dug up. In the time when Jonah was actually preaching to the people of Nineveh to turn to repent, in 763 BC, they found out that's sort of like a time that Jonah was actually preaching and researched. There was a solar eclipse on the 15th of June 763 BC, and it crossed over Nineveh. Here's the picture. As you can see there, the time that was recorded that Jonah was preaching to the Ninevites, there was a solar eclipse that went over it, Nineveh. I thought that was quite an interesting fact about that. And they were given like 40-day warning, and you can read that in the book of Jonah, that they were given, the Ninevites were given 40-day warning before judgment would strike. But obviously the good thing is they repented and it never happened, so that was quite good. Let me just dig out some more facts. Another interesting fact about a solar eclipse, that in the time of the First World War, just shortly before it started, the First World War, funny enough, on the 21st of August 1914, there was a solar eclipse across Eastern Europe. Let me show you. This solar eclipse passed through Eastern Europe shortly after, I'd say a couple of weeks after the start of the First World War. That was quite interesting. Also, another interesting fact about the time when the solar eclipse passed over on the 21st of August 1914, it also crossed over not only Eastern Europe, but it crossed over Nineveh again, as you can see there. It also crossed over Nineveh again. I believe that solar eclipses are like omens, or at times bad omens, that God gives. And I'm wondering if this 21st of August, a solar eclipse over America, could be a very bad omen for America or the world. Anyway, here's some more interesting facts. Let me just look at my notes here. Do you know that 40 days after the 21st of August, solar eclipse, it lands on the Day of Atonement? So 40 days after the 21st of August reaches the Day of Atonement. So it's very much parallel to the time of Jonah, is 40-day warning or judgment, and 40 days after the 21st of August happens to be land on the Day of Atonement. And according to Jewish tradition, Yom Kippur is the date when the verdict of judgment is against a person and is sealed after the Book of Life takes place on Rosh Hashanah, which is 7 days before, which happens to be September 23rd, Rosh Hashanah. or Feast of Trumpets, and 7 days after is the Day of Atonement on the 30th of September. And like I said, it happens to be 40 days after the 21st of August solar eclipse, which I found very interesting. I just wanted to finish off this video by reading one of my favourite Psalms I come across, Psalms 91, to show that we should have faith in God and not be afraid of what's going to happen, because God will be there to help us and protect us. Here, let me read it. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come close to thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in thy hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he has set his love upon thee. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honour him. With long life will I satisfy him, and show him my salvation. So we should put our faith and trust in the Lord, and he will help and deliver us. Let me just finish off now by showing where the solar eclipse is going to go over America. Okay, that's the end of my video. I hope that you enjoyed it and it was informative. If anyone out there has not come to the Lord, please do so now, because I really believe we're really running out of time. God bless you. Thank you. Goodbye.